Guys, I'm super excited today to welcome you to the channel. My name is Connor Steinberg. If you don't know who I am, I'm a full-time real estate investor out of Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. I'm also a licensed real estate agent and entrepreneur. And I want to share with you on Investor Army today a video that I know is going to change your life. And that is really why I started this channel. Most people don't really understand why I'm giving so much out for free, but it'll make sense here in just a second. But in today's video, once we dig in, what I want to share with you is how to replace that 60K a year job. A lot of people come to us here at Investor Army and ask me basically, I want to exchange my life now to the life I know I can have through real estate investing. They're working for 40 to 80K a year. I split that difference and we're talking about how to replace a 60K a year job. Because most people are working at a job they hate with a boss they hate and they don't have any escape in sight. And I'm gonna share with you how my life fell apart and how real estate changed my life and how it can change yours too, and how you can escape this rat race or what we call the hamster wheel. So I want to share with you how to become this person or this person right here and leave being this person. This person A works forever. They trade their time, energy, and resources to someone else. They work for the corporate trap, right? And they're working at a company that they don't like, and they're exchanging anywhere from $750 to $2,000 a week forever. And they're working 260 days a year. And it's because they're working for what we call active or transactional income. You need to be working for passive or residual income to become financially free. So from 2003 to 2011, guys, I had a very good income. I was what we call high net income, low net worth individual. So I was in my early 20s, I made a lot of money, I didn't understand what I was doing, and I made every mistake in the book. I had what we call new money, which is what happens to a lot of people. And I went off in the wrong direction. And basically, God took me to my knees and said, Connor, I don't like what you're doing with the money. I'm gonna take it from you, I'm gonna take your life until you can live a better life and do better with what you're doing. I'm not gonna let you have it anymore. That's what happened. 2011, the industry that I was in disappeared. And overnight, I lost everything. And the reason why I was in such a bad place for so long was I worked for one income stream. So when I hit 65K in debt facing bankruptcy, what I promised myself was this. I said, for the rest of my life, I'll do two things. I'll work for multiple streams of income, and I'll work for residual or passive income, and that's what changed my life. And so when I was at rock bottom, guys, I promised myself, and that's partly why I created this channel, and I promised God, I said, if you ever, and I vividly remember this, I said, if you ever help me get out of this situation, I'm gonna do everything in my power to help people replicate and duplicate and help as many people follow the path that I went down, and that's what I'm doing right now with Investor Army. So I don't like these companies out there that are ripping people off for 50 to 100 grand. Guys, that is not the intent of this channel. In fact, as you know, I only sell one program right now. I don't even have the other program anymore. This is just a flipping program, guys, and I don't even really do the mentoring anymore. What I was doing in the beginning was to supplement and cover the cost of this channel, because there is a cost to do this. Even though I want to give it all up for free, I still don't want to lose money doing it, if that makes sense. So once this channel keeps on growing as it is, as we're starting to see some decent growth, the AdSense will cover this channel's cost to operate, right? And then I'm gonna shut down everything. I'm gonna pull off everything that I'm using to monetize this channel, guys. That is not my intent. My intent is to help change your life. And so that's what I'm gonna do over the coming years, guys. So I hope you like today's channel, and I hope, and I know that watching this video is gonna change your life if this is the first time you've come across this and you're working a job, or you're still working as a wholesaler or a real estate agent, basically selling houses. The other thing, guys, is the only way you can really work with me right now is if you're a real estate agent, I want you to reach out to me. I want you to partner with me. And if you want to find out why, and I want to show you how to work for equity and for residual income as a real estate agent, because now we have a real exit to the business. So that's about the only way that people can really contact me and work with me right now. But we'll talk about that later if you contact me. So we're going to go through excuse me, the exact step-by-step process of how to quit your job and how to create financial freedom and never work again. So, number one, we're gonna have to raise some money, right? You're gonna have to raise about $100,000. Now, it's gonna be better to do more money or raise more money because you can do this process faster, but really you just have to do this one time. You can do it through hard money loans, credit line, private money loans, or use your own money, and sometimes certain banks, right? But we have other videos talking about this. These first few steps, guys, we have other videos on these topics, so we're not gonna go into it today. I'm just showing you the path to freedom, right? And so here we go. Step two, after you've raised the money, now you can buy a house, so now let's find the house. We're gonna go out there and figure out how to generate leads. We're gonna look for motivated sellers, people who have to sell their house quickly at a discount because they can't go through the traditional sales process of listing their house with a real estate agent, right? They don't have time for that house to close. So they're gonna call you because they're in foreclosure, bankruptcy, divorce, they're tax delinquent, whatever it is, there's people that we can market to find these deals. We have other videos talking about that. Raise the money, find the house, then we're gonna do what's called the Burr method strategy. Guys, go back in my archives a few videos ago and watch this video, because this is how you're gonna do it. This is how you're gonna quit your job. This stands for buy, fix it up basically, finance out. We'll talk about that here in just a second, what all this means. Lastly, you're gonna rinse and repeat this 14 to 15 times. That's all it takes. So typically in my market, your market numbers may be a little bit different, and you're gonna have to kind of adjust them to your individual market, because we are talking about Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. Now, after you do this 15 times, you can quit your job, enjoy your life, and no longer have to work 260 days a year. You can be this person on the beach doing what you want. And there's no limit to how much passive income you can build. There's no limit with how many houses you can buy. Guys, I wanna tell you something right now. Look at me. Houses will not fire you. Houses cannot lay you off. The company you're at can do both of those. Think about that. Think about that, right? Active income, no. Passive income, yes, when it comes to changing your life. Now, here's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna use this example right here of purchasing a $70,000 house that when we fix it up, this is gonna stand for ARV, which is your after repair value or market value or appraised value. We're gonna buy a house for $70,000 that once fixed up is gonna be worth about $125,000 when we go back to refinance with the bank. So in order to get this house to be worth $125,000, which this little house right here is gonna change your life, these are little freedom makers, I call them, you're gonna have to put about $20,000 into the house to fix it up, to force that appreciation up so you can finance out and pull your cash out that you raised here and rinse and repeat it and cycle it over. Now you're gonna have some real costs to do this, guys. You're gonna have some closing costs on the front end and on the back end. You're gonna have some carrying costs, water, taxes, electric, insurance, guys. I just grouped that all into one because really there's not enough room on the board. And guys, I get it. Sometimes I leave things out of here, but it's on intent. We can't talk about every little thing like gas, cost of having internet service, guys. Just bear with me here because some of y'all are gonna be like, oh, well, this doesn't work for my market. Guys, come on now, bear with me. Now, total cost for the project's gonna be about $100,000, hence why we need to raise $100,000 over here. So we're gonna buy this house at a discount. After we raise money, found the house, we're gonna fix it up. It's now worth $125,000, and once it is, it will rent for $1,300. So what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna replace a $60,000 a year job or $5,000 a month income, and I'll show you how. We're gonna go back to the bank, and we're gonna do a cash out refinance, right? You wanna go and look at your community banks and your credit unions around your area and interview with some of them and find the best rate. So we're gonna basically take this house there, and it's gonna be worth $125,000 when they look at it as far as appraised value, and they're gonna say, we're gonna give you about 80 cents on the dollar for that with a loan to value cash out refi. And we're gonna get $100,000 back because that's 80% of $125,000. Hope y'all are following me. And we're gonna put a 30-year, 4.25% loan on there, which most of you can qualify for this type of loan right now because money is easy to get in the marketplace. Now, when you break it down, how does this look? You're gonna have $138 for principal, $354 for interest, taxes about $200 a month, insurance $125, and vacancy repair, we're gonna use about 10%. Some people use a higher number, some people use a lower number, but guys, you gotta realize we're fixing this house up, putting $20,000 in the front side, so we're probably not gonna have a lot of repair costs on this property. Now, if y'all wanna use a property management company, usually they're about 10% for most of them, and this is optional. We're not gonna use that in today's case study. Now, the house will rent for $1,300 a month. Our total monthly liability or total cost on this property is $947. So what does that mean? Our cash flow, our net cash flow on top of what we have to pay on this property is $353. That means somebody who's working a job, who goes out there to that job that they don't like to be at, works really hard 260 days a year to make enough money to come back and pay you $353 a month to buy your house for you. Think about that. Do you want to be this person buying this person's house, or do you want to be this person owning a bunch of houses, having a bunch of these people buy their house for them? It's a difference in psychology, it's a difference in thought process, but you can either work for the rest of your life or you can figure out how to do this. Buy 14.16 houses, right, that cash flow $350 a month. Now, our total liability is $947, we rent it for $1,300. I hope that makes sense, guys. So here's what you gotta realize. You layer these cash flows. As you buy 1 and 2 and 3, that monthly cash flow goes up. You're also creating equity because we're only into the house for $100,000, right? But it's worth $125,000. So we're leveraged in a position where we have $25,000 that we can tap into. Now, don't be what we call a paper tiger millionaire, guys. A lot of real estate investors like to look at pro forma numbers and they're like, well, I really have $25,000 in equity here, guys. There's extra cost to sell the house, plus if the tenants move out, so you're really not gonna get that $25,000. But what you can get in this price point is appreciation. As the market goes up, appreciation happens, you're getting tax advantages through writing off depreciation, plus you're paying down this principal. And if you look at the way an amortized loan works on a 30-year loan, once you start to get 7-9 years in, guys, that loan starts rapidly amortizing. You're starting to pay off more principal than interest. They're front loaded with interest, guys, so the longer you own the property, the better. So if that makes sense, guys, here's the power of owning capital assets versus working for a job. Appreciation, depreciation, principal pay down, and monthly cash flow. That's what we're working for. So I just showed you how it only takes a little bit of money. You can borrow this 100K, fix the house up, go to the bank, finance out, take that 100K, buy the second house, and rinse and repeat, and do this 15 times, and you're never gonna have to work again. Is it easy? No. Nothing in life is easy. If it was, everybody would be doing it. But I promise you, it is easier than hating your life working for the rest of your career for someone else. It's gonna be tough, and it's gonna take most people about 5 to 7 years. Those who really put time into this, do this in 3 to 5. You can do this. I know you can do it. Guys, I appreciate you coming to this channel. We're gonna put more videos out talking about some of these other parts of this process, but you have to understand, if you have one income stream and you have one job, you are at risk. If that job disappears today, what would you do? How long can that money in your bank account last you? Whatever you have to do, read the books, go to seminars, find the mentors, do whatever you have to do. Watch this channel, watch other people's channel, figure it out, buy a few houses, live the lifestyle that you want, raise your family, be around them more, guys. That's why I'm creating this channel. I want to help you change your life. All I ask in return is a simple, click that red button down there to subscribe to this channel. It costs you nothing. If you want to know when the videos pop up, guys, there's a yellow notification bell down there. If you click that, when the new videos pop up, they're going to come into basically your email. It's going to let you know. And guys, comment below. Share what your thoughts are with other people. And if you have any ideas of any videos that you would like for me to film here at Investor Army, let me know and I'll do so. My goal is to help you change your life over the next few years, guys, and I plan to do so. I'll see you on the next video. Have a good day.